Good afternoon and welcome to Throwbacks with SPC. I am your host, Ricia Paul. If it's your first time watching Throwbacks with SPC, is where we essentially look at our successes as a facility, and we do this by speaking with our stakeholders, our very important stakeholders. So far, we have spoken with promoters. We just wrapped up our show park and art series, and today we are shifting gears a bit. I am joined today by my co-host and boss, Mr. John Arnold, as well as Mr. Claude Cedenio. He is the communications officer and spokesperson for the Association of Jehovah's Witnesses of Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Cedenio, welcome. Mr. Arnold, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Good to be here.
Thank you both, Ricia and John.
So, as I said in my intro, stakeholders are key to us. When it comes to religious organizations, they are no different. They are pivotal to the core business of Show Park. It's not just about entertainment, but just about events in general in Tobago. The Jehovah's Witnesses for us at Show Park have been, I don't know, probably one of our best clients. Over the years, you all have held several events with us. I know that you when we were talking earlier, you would have told me about the fact that okay, it's usually 2 one-day circuits and then the 3-day conventions annually. That's right?
That is correct, Ricia.
Okay, great. How has that been for you? And I know on our end, we really appreciate your business and you all are so unproblematic. But in terms of your organization, what has the process been like working with our team and utilizing our facility?
Well, I think it has really been wonderful working with your team. We have always gotten a lot of cooperation, management, and staff. I could virtually say management phone call over any issues that develop. We have problems, they come to us quickly and we're able to resolve it. What is interesting, I would say the experience so far has been both pleasant and an enjoyable one. I think the whole ambience of the place is very conducive to having our assemblies and our conventions. And in fact, we've been having that for more than 5 years. All right. One of the things in particular has to do with the auditorium. Being it's user friendly, the seats are comfortable, everybody can sit peacefully and quietly. It's air conditioned so that we are not affected by the elements on the outside, whether it's raining or whether the sun is pouring, beating down, we are not really adversely affected. What I also like to, what I was telling John about this, is the positioning of the seats in relation to wherever you sit in the auditorium. You don't have to arch your neck upwards. I get it. It's slightly on an elevation and it goes up there so that everybody is comfortable. So it's really fantastic.
Mr. Arnold, you
I
were
was
about to
also
say
telling
something?
John that,
Sorry.
yes.
You were saying, Mr.
Yeah,
Cedenio.
go ahead, Claude.
All right. What I was also saying is, I was telling Miss Arnold, one of my friends came from Trinidad just to see what the culture is like. He's been all over the place. He goes to Trinidad, he goes to the United States and everything. So I just asked him, what has been the experience here? He said, it's really fantastic. He said, let me tell you the secret. I have been all over. And this is the best experience I've had at a convention anywhere. And I mean, that really tells a lot about what the management and staff and the whole complex is about.
Yeah. So tell me, Claude, because I think a lot of people don't realize that we cater not just to cultural things, but we also cater to conventions and conferences and so on. What has been your largest turnout at Shore Park?
I think the largest would have been around 1,300. We had about 1,300 a couple of years ago. At that time, we had some influx from Trinidad.
Right, so that was going to be my next question. And so you have a number of visitors that also come to those events.
Yes, actually, what we have found is certain brothers that they don't ever go to the Trinidad convention anymore. The only convention they come to is the one at Chiba. They just book it and
Ah,
that's it. They don't go
interesting.
back anymore.
Well, it's not a joke, but it's a nice credit to your organization that we always get back the facility cleaner than we gave it to you.
Yes, that's our reputation. What would happen is like, I just like to say something about the preparation. You're right. Something about the preparation. We have 7 congregations here, and what we do, like this Thursday or so before the convention, we just swarm down there like locusts and clean it from top to bottom, inside out. All the garbage,
Right.
anything around, we take care of it. And we, during
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
in between the intervals, we have people that go around. I see you showing some pictures there. Yes, we have
Right.
people
Yes,
that
we'll
go
Right.
continue
around.
as you talk.
Yes.
Yes, we have people that go around and clean up during the sessions of the convention. And then in the afternoon, a couple congregations are assigned specifically to clean it so that by the next day we come back. And because remember, the convention is a 3-day affair. It's really clean,
Yeah.
spotless. And at the end of the time, we dismantle everything, throw away all the garbage. So as you say, we try to be problem that we don't give you any unnecessary headaches.
No, no, no. I've never. I can't record. Actually, you all have the most in terms of events all at the moment. You know. So yeah. So I had an interest also, Claude, in what is your audience expectation, and also what are some of their comments coming there? I know we've had some unfortunate experiences with the AC. Um, yeah, we have had, and I must applaud the way you all have really adapted to the problem. You know.
Yes, I think is that yes, we have had a problem now a year or two with the AC misuse. We know that, but I think they still feel it's one of the best places. It's inside. You still can't. You're not affected by the elements, and we have cooperated with management and doing the best. I have replaced the entire uh, probably the entire AC unit or so. I think there's some work you did on it, some repairs. So we know that that's why we didn't make an issue of it because it was just a temporary situation that would sit with the resolve as you have done. Because from my understanding, you are now opening back in full.
Yes, we are. We completely replaced the 3 chillers, and we should definitely have reliability moving forward. It would definitely be a fridge. So by the time the next convention, whenever large gatherings become a thing again, people would definitely have to be dressed appropriately for that temperature.
Yes.
Yes, we knew it was
Yes.
just a temporary
So
situation, and that's
actually,
why. Yes, John.
no, no. I was making the point because I think I will segue from Reese here. How do you all plan to deal with this COVIDian era? How are you all handling that in terms of your events?
But that's a very, very interesting question. COVID 19, nobody thought that this would be where we would be at this time, but it has happened. And yes, we have had to make some adjustments. For example, we were supposed to have the convention this year. In fact, it was supposed to be held on the 26th to the 28th of June. That's gone. And of course, because
Right.
we can't meet in gatherings, we weren't able to do it. So, what the Organization of Jehovah's Witnesses Worldwide have decided to do is to stream online the entire convention in 6 segments. So that is what is actually happening now. We are doing that through the months of July to August. It's the first time we have done it since 1897. We have always had
About 100
conventions,
years.
large,
Yeah.
more than 100 years. It's the first time we have actually had to abort this, the in-person convention. It's the first time we have had to do so. So we are streaming it online through jw.org. So if anybody is interested, they can go to jw.org. 2 segments of the convention have gone so far. That started on the 11th to the 12th of July, the next on the 18th to the 19th, and we're having the third segment this weekend on the 1st and the 2nd of August. That's what we have been doing. The interesting thing, though, is that, and I remember I was telling you a while ago, this year, that we were doing this thing in 306 plus languages.
Yes.
Well, my word is it's over 500 languages in which we are streaming this. So in a sense, we're going to probably have a larger attendance because obviously there's greater accessibility to more people. And as you say, in over 500 languages. So that is in the interim. But we don't think anything could ever take the place of an in-person convention where you're able to hug and kiss and meet your brothers. You guys can't do that. So, we are just hoping at some point in time where there's updates that we would be able to get back. As a matter of fact, John, we're supposed to have another circuit assembly in September on the 26th, but you see, we're not doing anything. All right? So we have decided the same online, we are streaming it online through jw.org again for the same reason. Because we don't think, as you recognize what is happening all over the world, this thing is not going away tomorrow. It's going to be with us for some time. So we have decided to take precautions.
No.
Do you feel like streaming? Go ahead, Ms. Arnold.
Yes?
No, you go ahead, Risa.
No, I was just asking do you think that this streaming aspect of it, because that is, well, most people are looking towards hybrid events where you have a certain number of people at the physical location and then everyone else watch at home. Do you feel like that would just be the permanent format moving forward, even though we know that COVID-19 isn't going anywhere anytime soon? Ultimately, as you said, I mean, nothing takes the place of being able to see and greet people that you might not have seen in a while and things of that nature. Do you think that you would just keep this as an aspect of the conventions moving forward?
The thing is, we really prefer the in-person conventions. It's just that situations like this develop, you have to adjust. You have to innovate, and that is what we have simply done. But if, of course, things come back to some level of normalcy, we will again return to what we have been doing, because there are additional benefits which you just can't get by, as you say, streaming something live. You can't get that personal touch on that meeting and greeting. You just can't, not to the same extent as you recognize. So we are hoping that it would be a temporary situation.
Yeah.
Right,
so, I mean, going back.
Yes?
No, I'm saying, going back to Jehovah and the way you use the facility, just tell our viewers a bit about how you use the room apart from the main auditorium. I think yours do a really good job where you care for the elderly upstairs and, how we all deal with food and, tell our listeners.
All right, okay, certainly. At the back of the stage, we usually provide seating accommodation, the elderly and those differently able. Right at the back of the stage, we provide that, so there is no issue with that. And we would assign a few bathrooms close by that they can attend. And during the convention, we would advise others not to use those bathrooms so that the elderly and the differently able have full access to them. So that's how we handle that part of it. In addition, when it comes to food, most of the time, we want to make sure the auditorium stays in its spotless condition. So we don't ever eat or drink anything in the auditorium at all. What we will do is we will have our lunches either on the sides outside the auditorium, or we have it in our cars. It's like a little picnic together. So that way we are able to maintain the pristine beauty of the auditorium, because we know a lot of money was spent and we don't want to do anything to damage that in any way.
Good. And I think you all have a room where you all have you all also do radio broadcasting. I've seen some of your workers with headphones and radios. Maybe you could
Yes.
tell us about that too.
Yeah, so everything is well designed. We have brothers who are involved in manning the stage. They're also involved in manning the timing of the various parts and so we have that set up. That is a whole setup that we have to make everything move smoothly and nothing is disjointed. If we have video presentations, everybody knows exactly when they are coming on, so that everything is just seamless, and that's it. So we really, a lot of
Yeah,
people have been responsible to a large extent, and when we have to set up the stage and put the screens, there have been instances where they have had to work late and like 8, 9, 10 o'clock sometimes, and your
yes,
people are there
yes.
with access. You know that, so it's really a
Yeah,
massive effort to make sure that everything runs smooth.
nice, nice. Um, the I'm also always a little bit, well, not taken, but I'm really pleased when I see. I think you're in terms of the rooms. I think I've seen you all use one or two of the rooms. Was it for video broadcasting?
Yes,
You
we
could
did
probably,
that. We
yeah,
also we have chairman's office. We use a different, like for example, all the people who would be going on the stage and so on. We make sure everybody is checked out, everything is well there, and the brothers who give the parts, they go there. I think that's the chairman's office. So all of that is set up. All of those rooms are set up for different
right.
purposes.
I
So,
really have to
so
say that
really
it's.
and truly, I mean, go ahead,
Go
Risa.
ahead, Mr. Arnold. No, you can go ahead.
No, no, go ahead, you go ahead, you go ahead.
No, I was just going to make a comment. I was just saying that I really admire just the level of organization that you all have. I
Yes,
would have passed through the last convention that you all would have had, and for me, you just seem that you have people helping people how to park neatly, organized, just a complete flow, everything just
Yes.
working together so interconnectedly and smoothly, as you said. That is very interesting.
Well, I could probably tell you a little bit about that. We don't come on the assembly or the convention to plan for the convention. Everything is done off-site. We have meetings of all the various departments. We have the attendant department. We have departments for parking, for the stage, everything. And we go through and try to solve all the little kinks. So every year we have a convention coming up. What we would do, we will find out what worked well and what didn't work well.
Oh,
We are
wow.
very frank and open about it, and we go through those things and we try to get those things straight out. Each convention we get, we supposed to get better. And that's why you see what you see when we actually come. All of it is done before. So everybody knows what they're going to do from the assembling of the stage to the dismantling of it when the last day went of the convention.
Mr. Arnold?
right. So, Mrs. Cedenio, yeah, Mrs. Cedenio, I'm interested in, as you know, very interested in the tourism aspect of events, because events on the island as well as festivals and so on bring visitors to our island. Are you are you thinking of having a Caribbean meeting convention that brings at least 3,500 persons to our beautiful facility?
Well, that's an interesting thing. We did have an international convention probably about 20 years ago in Trinidad. So I will take that. I will take that to let them know that you seem to be interested in doing something for Tobago. But of course, I can't give you an answer. But we did have an international convention where people came from Latin America and different places. So that's talking about Caribbean all over. I'm more like an international convention. I will take note of what you say, that I will, of course, let them know this is one of the things
Yes,
that
I mean, because right next to Showback, we have an American brand that that's going to be open later on this year, and certainly that augurs well for your visitors. They can stay there and walk across to Showback
Yes,
to
yes,
your
yes. I will
meeting.
see that.
So I mean,
That's the whole
this is really
plan.
about looking to the future.
All right, as I say, I will take that on board. I will take note of that, and I'll let the brothers know what you stated over there. That's interesting. I can't give any commitment, but it sounds good. But I'll take it. I'll take it home.
Yeah.
And I want to say something too
Me,
about the. Huh?
it, no, we keep on, on, on,
Miss Donald, I think that you're breaking up there.
Yeah, we didn't hear you
I know
Yeah,
we
if
clearly.
you
having
could
some
just repeat your
technical
statements.
Yeah.
But you could go ahead while we sort out what's happening with John. Mr. Cedenio, you could go ahead with what you were saying.
What I was saying is that the COVID-19 has really changed a lot in that the last time we actually met in a kingdom hall to have a public assembly was early March. And we have not met in our kingdom hall since. What we have continued to do, even though the restrictions may have been loosened, is like continue to do teleconferencing, video conferencing, and use various platforms up to this time. All right, we have continued to do that. In fact, our public ministry of going from house to house, we have temporarily suspended that because we love people. We love ourselves, and we also love the people and the communities we serve, and we don't want at all to be involved in any kind of community spread. You see what's happening? So we have
Yeah.
decided cautiously not to open just yet because we got the impression that the coronavirus pandemic is over, and so we decided to stay home. We're still having our video conferencing, and we're just not taking any chances. And there are three elements we look at.
right.
One,
And
we protect human life. Yes? Go ahead, Mr. Ali.
no, I was saying that that's very wise counsel there, and I think patience is one of the things that we have to apply in this era until we get some really straightforward and direct kind of answers to where we're going
Yes,
with this disease.
yes, that is true. So our three watchwords are premium on life. We value life. That's it. Secondly, listen to the authorities. They tell us to wear a face mask, a covering. They tell us to just
Yeah.
sanitize, do that. And do not get casual. Do not get casual until it's over. Not over. We are far from over. So
Yeah.
those have been our watchwords, and that's why we have taken this position. And a proverb says, "Shrewd is the one that sees the calamity and proceeds and seal himself." So we are doing that. We are seeing what is going on, and we are taking it, as they say, very cautiously.
Nice. Well, from where I sit, Mr. Cedenio, I think I really want to thank you for the words that you have expressed and endorsed, and I mean, literally made people understand that at Tobago we do many things and we cater to everybody. And we believe in the place, we believe in Tobago, and we believe in doing events in the right way. So I really want to thank you for that. Of course, post COVID, I hope we are able to get back on track in the same way we started.
Yes. Once as you say things a bit, we intend to. And we'll get you at some point, hopefully, for next year. This year is done. We're not doing anything for this year for sure. Certainly next year, God's willing, we're going to look and see what
Yeah.
happens, and I will determine where we go in terms of in-person assemblies and conventions. for this opportunity to say a few words in terms of the use of the facility.
You're most welcome. And let me just say, on behalf of the entire staff at Shopper Complex, we definitely just appreciate you all using our facility. I have not heard any negative thing. Everyone, from the moment I started working here, just spoke so highly of your organization and just how organized you all are and unproblematic. We really appreciate you all. Thank you so much to our viewers for tuning in. As a recap, we had Mr. Claude Cedenio. He is the communications officer and spokesperson for the Association of Jehovah's Witnesses of Trinidad and Tobago. For more information about how it is that you can view the content that they have been streaming so far, you can go to jw.org. In terms of additional episodes of Throwbacks with SPC, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. All of the handles are Showpark Complex. We look forward to seeing you joining us next week when we continue to just go down memory lane about our successes at Showpark. Thank you so much for viewing.
Thank you, Mr. Cedenio.
Thank you both. Very enjoyable.
Yeah.